don't know how to walk you through how to change that because I don't know what phone you have. And every phone to get to notification settings is just a little different. Just to be a jerk about it.
Of
That's
course.
of course
Hi,
it
everybody. Welcome. It's Friday night, knit night.
is. It is.
Louise and Jocelyn.
Mhm, mhm,
Just
mhm.
grabbing my knitting, and Jocelyn was going to give me a bit of some tech help here. But anyway,
Important things had to happen first.
I
The
had to grab my
getting of knitting.
knitting. Had to get my knitting. I came up here, tried to get all set up. I was waiting for Jocelyn, opened up everything, and then I'm like,
Listen,
hey, we have no knitting.
I was making a beverage, which
Uh,
is also important.
that is absolutely important. Hi, Sally. Welcome, welcome. It's Friday night. I did a Zoom call
Yes.
earlier with a group of ladies,
Mhm.
and we waited around, and one lady didn't show up. I'm like, okay, well, something must have came up. And then like 20 minutes later, she shows up and she's like, I forgot it was Friday. I thought it was Thursday.
That's okay. Whenever I book appointments, I put myself on the cancellation list with the receptionist,
Right?
healthcare aide, nurse, whoever it is I happen to be dealing
Yeah,
with at the
yeah.
time. So I got a call this morning that my foot doctor, because I'm a foot specialist, had a cancellation at 10:30 this morning. Did I want it? Heck yeah, I did. So I
Right.
snapped that appointment right up.
Right.
So my whole day went whew, because I was like, no, I'll come in.
Change
Yeah,
plans.
not a problem. I just dropped everything and ran out the door to get there on time because I was like, otherwise I'd be waiting till like May to
Oh,
see the
yeah.
man. So I'm like, because getting in to see a specialist is a very
Oh,
long
no.
wait list. So I get myself on every cancellation list I
Yeah, for
can.
sure.
Yeah, I will
Well,
absolutely drop everything to deal with something quicker.
well, Karen is here. It's super late for you, Karen.
It is very late for Karen. I think Karen wants to see your socks.
Oh, well, of course she does. Everybody needs to see my socks.
Karen is a sock madness person.
Are you Karen? Are you doing
Karen
it
is a
too?
sock.
Did you
Karen is
knit
doing.
socks?
Yeah.
Okay, then Karen, we got it. We'll talk about sock madness, so you don't have to stay up the whole time.
It's
But
like if we do it up front, then it's done. And then if Karen falls asleep, it's totally cool. I mean, I
then
know
it's
I
cool,
have
yeah.
dulcet tones that cause people to fall asleep all the time. Don't blame me.
Well, I always want to say hi to Nikki. Nikki just put a message in the chat.
Yes. Is
It,
she in chat?
she is in the
Okay,
chat,
good.
so that's good sign. But she said she's back in the
In the
hospital.
hospital. Yeah. I'm glad that you got enough energy to be in chat for a bit. That's good.
Yeah. Well, I'm
Take
glad,
it.
Nikki. Okay.
Take it, take it, take it.
Oh, well, that's good. Well, hopefully we'll just you can hang out with a whole bunch of friends tonight and
Yee.
just relax. I know. I had another lady at our knitting group yesterday told me that she might not be at our group for a few weeks because she's got some health issues. And I'm like, and she let me know what all this. I'm like, my golly, that is a lot of work you have just gone to get yourself some extra knitting time.
Yeah. There, there is that way of looking at it, hey?
Oh,
That's what my mom said. She
oh,
was like, if you wanted to sit in bed and knit all week,
yeah,
last
I
week when
know,
I was in bed rest, she's like, all I had to do was say something. I'm like, no, I had to do
I
it the
know,
hard way. Thank you
I
very
know.
much.
Let's try and be healthy in it. Oh, this we have the wrong Karen. This is a
Oh,
different
okay.
Karen.
I
Okay,
thought it
well,
was Karen
Karen
from Germany.
is apparently it's a different Karen. So Karen,
We'll
I
take an extra Karen.
we will, and I will take this opportunity. Are you familiar with Sock Madness?
Oh my God, sock madness. Guys, I will try to corral her as
No.
quickly as possible.
I know. I get a little bit of excited about Sock Madness.
She gets a little stoked about it. And I mean, to be fair, if you're into competitions and you're into sock knitting, it's totally a thing.
I know, which is a little funny because I'm not really competitive. And you guys all know my track record with finishing socks
It's
is
not hot. It's,
it's
it's
not.
not hot. It's not hot.
But there was something about sock madness. It is the sock patterns that I don't know. I don't know. I just love it. And the thing is that I'm not actually in it for very long because I'm not all that fast. But while I am, I embrace it fully.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, let's see him. How'd you do? Did you get your qualifying socks done? It was a pretty pattern.
It was a
like
gorgeous pattern.
cable swirly things. I say it like I haven't seen the pattern all over the place. Oh, I like your colors.
Yes,
You did good. You got both of them done.
they're done. They're done,
Excellent. Yay.
and and they're approved.
Oh, even better. Because you
Yep.
made it through qualifying.
So I made it through the qualifying round.
Well done. Oh, that's so
Yeah.
good.
So now I just get to wait
Until round
till
one drops.
I know. And I'm like, okay, when is that going to be? Okay, you guys,
No
I don't know
one
what's going on with
knows.
my lighting here.
That's okay.
There,
It
I'll leave it
it
like that. I
was
think that's better. So look at that. I'm going to take one for full effect. I'm going to put one
okay.
on a proper sock blocker.
Blocker? Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna show you what 6 attempts in Jocelyn look like.
Oh, you start. I saw Jocelyn. Jocelyn. I went on the Sock Madness thread on Ravelry.
Yeah.
Like, so it must have been like 2 weeks ago, just before it
Guys, I'm
started.
not keeping it. It's getting ripped.
And I saw across no Ravelry threads, it tells you the new people who have joined.
Yes.
I saw Jocelyn's picture right there,
Yep.
front and center, and I'm like, oh my goodness,
Yep.
she signed.
I wasn't sure if you'd seen it or not. I was like, I had to hope because there was no way to hide it when I signed up. Now I wanted to do it to see if I disliked it as much as I thought I was going to.
But I
And
didn't,
I was right. I did.
but I didn't know if you had just joined the group. I was like,
Oh yeah,
is
there's no way to know because you joined the group to
yeah,
qualify.
so I didn't know if
Um
you actually
to
signed up or not.
to get gauge, I had to go to a 3.75 millimeter needle.
Oh, I didn't even check age, which is you will never hear me say that.
I was like, okay. No,
That's
I
big for you.
nothing against the sock. I am ripping it.
How come?
Well, it's because there's more mistakes in there than I'm comfortable with. Once I figured out to stop making it to the level that they wanted, I was pretty sure I wasn't going to enjoy that part. Turns out I was right. I don't enjoy that part. And I changed colors.
Oh, did you?
And also helped me with the charts. A lot of background help for this,
Well,
which is fine. But no, uh I know I'm one of those people that gripes every year you do Suck Madness, and I go, it's not. It's not. Why? I was like, okay, fine. Put your money where your mouth is and give it a try. It's not. It's
okay.
not.
So now, okay, but what was it about it?
First off, I like the imperfections in my knits. They make them
Okay,
mine. They're mine. They're unique. Nobody
true.
makes it the same way.
That's true.
I hate that I'm forced to stick to their gauge. Quite frankly, I'll be happier if I knit the socks. And I may honestly knit the socks. The pattern was quite nice.
I don't think gauge. I don't think you have to worry about gauge.
I think you do because I know some people got bounced because they had the wrong gauge.
No, I don't know. I didn't really. I did. Okay. Did anybody
So,
else do that?
and
I didn't.
I
I mean,
absolutely hated the additional stress it put on the whole process. I'm like, this is supposed to be fun. This is not
okay.
enjoyable.
Now I'm stuck on the whole gauge thing because I know I read one of the comments that a moderator said that you could knit the socks, which I kind of questioned because they were talking like you could have knit them out of any weight of yarn, any needle size, like as long as you cast on 64 stitches.
Nikki got dinged for her stitches.
All right, is Nikki, we'll see what she says.
Was that what Nikki got dinged for?
I don't
Something
know.
like that. And
We'll have to see.
I know Jen ended up reknitting a whole sock, which she just made into a pair of socks. Because they found mistakes in her stuff. And I'm just
Yeah.
like,
So, oh, definitely the mistakes, like it
oh
has
yeah.
to be like there's certain things that they will let
Oh,
go that are called
feels
like
so sad.
honest mistakes, but I don't know exactly what that is. But I know if you crisscross a cable, that's wrong. And you have to
They
have a
called Jen's because she did the slip stitch incorrectly.
yes, I saw her picture, and
Yeah.
as soon as I saw, she said that she posted both pairs, the one that was not knit to the specs. I like immediately zoomed in, and I like
I was
I
just like,
Yeah, her slip stitches. Yeah, so that was an issue. So
Where I'm just like,
yeah.
no, no, it just
Well,
sucked all the joy out of sock knitting for me. No.
I don't know. But see,
And I enjoy knitting.
but there's always a backup plan, right? So because it's not really the competition, because you guys know, I mean, like if I make it through round one, it'll be because somebody else ended up sick and couldn't knit their socks or something. Like because I'm not super fast, so we'll see. But you can be a cheerleader. So if you still want to carry on, get the socks and knit them at a slower pace, but still be in the thread and cheer people on. You have
That's a
that
better
option too.
comment. Okay, well, I mean, I admittedly have done the cuff 5 times at this point. And I
Well,
could never get that contrast cable. The interior cuff, what that was easy. Like it was actually quite enjoyable to flip between single crochet or like single ribbing to double ribbing to then doing the cables and stuff. Like that was fine.
yeah,
That was fun. But
yeah.
oh man, and I will approach the pattern once I find yarn for it that I want to make it that
Okay.
isn't technically stolen from another project. But absolutely not. No. No, the whole concept of it. The moment I was like, an executive will file the whole concept of Suck Madness into the garbage. Yeah, it worked quite a bit
Well,
better.
that's good. Then you're one less person I have to compete against, Jocelyn.
Since in my sign up form there was like, is there anything that would, slow you down knitwise? I went legally blind. There
Yes.
was no way we'd be on the same team.
I don't know. I'm almost that
I
slow.
just I know everybody's like, you can't say until you've tried. I have now tried.
Now
So
you
now I
can,
can say no,
yep.
no, no.
Well,
And
it is,
again, kudos to the sock designer because it's a lovely pair of socks.
isn't it
My
amazing?
biggest my biggest worry was is I would sign up and then it would be something god awful or beaded, and I can't bead.
Yeah.
I
And
just
there
can't.
is the material list shows that there is
Mhm.
one beaded pair coming up.
Yeah.
So
So I
yes,
was like, "Meh." I talked to Karen quietly on Discord, and I was like, "Hey, want to help me with a thing? It'll probably blow up in my face, but I want to do this secretly, just to see Louise's face." And she's like, "Heck yeah, we do."
well, I did
So
not
she's
know
known and Asa's known since I signed up that I
that is
was
so
doing this
awesome.
because my next was, hey Asa, can you help with the charts? Because there's no way that pattern is going to be Jocelyn accessible. And she's like, yes, I can.
That
And
is
again,
so
I'll make
exciting.
them at some point. I do like the pattern. I need to separate myself from all of the nonsense that is the
Yeah,
competition part of it.
that's
Out of
fair.
that, I think I'll enjoy it a lot better.
Well, I had no idea. I really, when I saw you had joined the group, I just thought you had joined just to like lurk and
Yeah, which
read
I
the
do.
comments and see
I have been
what
known to
all.
do that.
Yeah,
Which
I
is
had
so fair.
you totally surprised me because I had no idea that
Quietly
you
in the
were actually
background.
going to cast on the socks.
Diana also, no idea. Nope.
That
So
you are so good at keeping surprises from people.
I
That's exciting.
try.
Well,
I try.
I am super happy that you tried.
But I know you're gonna ask me every year forevermore, but you were gonna ask me every year for eternity anyway. So now I can just be like, no, Louise, we did that, and Jocelyn didn't like it.
But now I'm still not going to let you off the hook because next year it'll be a different pattern and it might
Yep.
be what you like.
And my response is gonna be, no, Louise, we tried that already. Jocelyn doesn't like it.
Oh, see, Elena just put, hi, Elena, just put an interesting comment in here. She said, I didn't like the pattern. So earlier she said, I agree with Jocelyn. It really doesn't sound fun. And then she also said, I didn't like the
See?
pattern either because it's not symmetrical.
Whereas, okay, the symmetrical part is when it's too busy. Like, if I make them, and I will make them, I'm taking one of the colors out. So all of, like, I'll either make all of the cables in Tarja, or I'll just have the one in Tarja cable in the middle, and then I
Yep.
will just be body color. And the other two will just be the color of the body. So you just get that one pop of color in the
Okay.
cable down. Adding the stripe in was, my eyes couldn't focus on what was going on.
Mm.
So it's just too busy for me
Oh,
to like. So I was like, that's not gonna. That's no. But I
Yeah.
enjoy the cabling and stuff. The symmetricalness of the
Yeah.
sock is a little off, and I would like to try the heel and such,
I
but
mean,
I want to be able to adapt things so that they work better for my foot. I'd like
yeah.
to knit it at a
And
tighter gauge and a larger size comfortably, so I have the Kevlar that I prefer.
mhm. Well, yeah, and that's the thing, right? Is they tell you right in the rules for Sock Madness that you will be knitting a sock that does not fit you.
That's fine. And I was just gonna make the small size required to enter the competition. But about
Yeah,
the fourth time I ripped the cuff out, because
that's what I do.
there was no way they were gonna let me pass just on cuff details alone. I
Yeah,
was like, no, I'm not making a pair of socks. It's not happening. So I didn't worry
yeah.
about it.
There you go.
Changed the colors from the first three I'd pick, and started again. And it's like, okay, let's just see what happens. And it turns out not that bad. Am I good? I'm not again, I'm not I went had no intention of keeping the socks because that yarn is for another project. So I knew I was ripping them when I
You
started
there,
them.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so back to the symmetrical, like some people there that was a big issue in the
Or
chat.
a variegated main skein with just that color pop.
Yeah,
So that you get that variation of color in there without it being quite so intense.
yeah. There
Still
was
better than the balloon girls. I was so afraid it was gonna be something like the balloon girl.
a
I did not like the balloon girl pattern from last year. I was like, no, thank you.
I loved it, and I would like to finish that because I did all the Antarctica. I got down
You
to
did
the
the hardest part.
I did the hardest part.
And I will at some point I will make the hydroscale socks. I have other socks that are
I
complicated,
like
but
them.
I know I have to be in the right place for it. So
I love them
and
to
in
be
this case, I'm gonna keep an eye out for sock yarn so that I can make them.
yeah, something that you like. And I just lucked out. I had these three colors in my stash
Mhm.
and I just love them together. But yeah, so there was, and you had the option, you could mirror them, Elena. So, but I don't care. I don't, that stuff doesn't bother me. Like, and I know I was reading some of the chat about the mirroring
Some of
and,
the people had very definitive opinions on mirroring.
oh,
I
yeah.
was like, okay.
Because, and see, and my thought and is, is like, because it's a speed competition, when people are asking, can I mirror them, right? So that the yellow stripe is on the outside of both socks, not the outside and the inside of the other one. And they were like, yeah, you can, but you have to mirror everything. Like your your twists have to go the other way, your decreases on the toe have to go the other way. And I mean, and I get both points. Like some people were saying like it just like really just boggled their mind
Yeah.
that they were
But if
not symmetrical.
if you're a person who needs them to be symmetrical and you're okay with the mirroring, I think go
Mm,
ahead. Like and you got the
yeah.
okay, do the mirroring. Absolutely.
But to me, I'm somebody who that does not bother me at all. And for me to have to mirror them and when like time is of the essence,
Yep.
that would have done me
No
in.
go.
If they
Yeah.
said, go ahead on your own, figure out the mirroring, that I would have called it quits at that because my brain would not have been able to handle that.
No, no, no.
So yeah, everybody's different, but that's the thing, right? Is that they gave people the option they could.
Yes.
And one of the second or third pairs that were posted in the finished thread were mirrored ones.
Well,
So I mean,
I knew
obviously
if you did it like a self-striping yarn, you could just not worry about the intarsia and just follow the instructions
yeah.
all in one color. That would be pretty.
I mean, there's lots of options, but I had a blast knitting them and it really didn't take me that long. And the beauty of the qualifying round is that you have the full 2 weeks. So
Guys, don't do it. If you don't like competitions, if you don't like people nitpicking your socks, and if you think sweet Jesus, why? For the love of the baby, don't do it. Don't do it. Say no. She is sales pitching you because she has drunk the Kool-Aid. She is in the deep end of the
I
cult.
know. I mean, I know it is definitely, and as much as I get like
And
so
now that I
excited
have sampled the Kool-Aid and I can tell you, don't do it. Don't do it.
She's talking from experience. Don't do it. Well,
Don't
I
do
don't know. It is definitely like the anxiety is a thing because I know when I first started the pattern,
it.
I do have
Just,
to take a few deep breaths because all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, like you have to be quick
that is
and you can't
absolutely
make a mistake.
It's the not making a mistake. I just all sorts of no in my brain.
Yeah.
All sorts of
Well,
no in my brain. If
and
it's good enough for the Victorians, it is good enough for me.
well, see, and generally that is my way of thinking too. And I'm because usually you guys all know I'm like, just fudge it, right? Like
Mhm.
Sam was working on her hat yesterday and she dropped a stitch in her decrease column.
Oh,
And it's like, ugh, that's like
budget.
that was unfortunate, right? So I'm just like, fudge it. Like, let's just knit a couple of rounds, knit two together, like get it back on track, right?
Yeah.
You can't do that in Sock Madness. But
Nope.
so typically that's what I would say. I'd be like, oh, there's a little mistake in there, whatever. There's a crisscross cable. You are not going to see that when it's on your foot.
You think to yourself, I don't like competition socks that way?
But
You're right. Don't do it. Sock madness is not going to be fun.
but I don't know. There's something about Sock Madness, and it does make me like a little nervous when I'm starting because you're like, oh, you know, but I don't know. At the end of the day, it's just a pair of socks. And if you go through, you go through. If you don't, you can be a cheerleader or you're just done for the year. I mean,
I am done
either
forever.
way, it's fine. You were done. That's okay. Hi, Lynn. Oh, Lynn says, do they fit? I don't know. Let me put one on. I slipped one on when I finished the first one. I think I must have slipped it on, and it was a little small. Like it sort of kind of fit, but it probably should have had a couple more rounds done in the foot. But I'm okay if they don't fit. I'll just keep them on sock blockers and hang them up and look at them. I'm fine with that because see, I can squeeze. I feel like Cinderella squeezing my foot into the glass slipper.
Cinderella didn't squeeze her foot into the glass slipper. That would be
Oh,
her
that's right.
evil
The
stepsisters.
stepsisters did. Okay,
Yes. And
well,
depending on what version you were taught, they did or did not have their toes when they did this.
okay. Yeah, let's not talk about that. Okay, I'm like this close to being a Cinderella.
Okay.
Because okay, now I have it on. Can I show you? Is the question. Ooh.
Work those hip flexors.
Okay, so
Work them.
that really doesn't my heel is a little. I mean, I could wear it. Does my heel actually have to be in the heel?
No.
Probably not. Um, okay, here's my yoga for the night.
Work
So
your hip
it kind of
flexors.
sort
Do
of
prawn.
so I should have had about 6 more rounds in the heel or something, but or the foot. Probably in the foot to slide the heel up, but I don't know. That's okay. I would, I would make those again.
I'm tempted to do them in the variegated yarn and just have one color all the way through and let the yarn
Yeah,
do whatever the yarn's going to
yeah,
do.
that would be fun.
I think
Um,
I would be okay with that.
I would do, but look at me when they're not on the blockers though. They look very
And to be fair, even though I didn't make it through, if I actually go ahead and make them that way, I will post them in the Suck Madness, like just a free chatter thread and go, I didn't make
yeah,
it, but I like this version of them that I made. And I'll
absolutely.
make them in my size
Well,
at a
there was
slightly tighter gauge.
see, I think these will just live forever on a pair of sock blockers. I've got this all planned. You guys,
She's just gonna have a wall of socks.
I am because I have found my sock knitting mojo.
You're
Like
okay. Keep
I
it.
all I
You
want
have
to do now,
so many sock whips that you need to finish. It's not even funny.
all I want to do now is knit socks. Like
Good.
forever and ever. I was out shopping today and I was looking at a bag and I'm like, ooh, this could be my new sock bag. I'm like, I'm like, so see, I'm gonna put up something and I'm gonna just hang.
Don't get me wrong. I literally put aside 5 new projects. The yarn and needles in bags for the birthday week cast on next week. Because it's the
Yes,
5 days leading up to my birthday. So
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
casting on something every day, Monday through Friday. So like I have been prepping for a bit of cast on itis. May have
See,
been
I just
some
need.
collaborations for a crochet along me and Diana would like to do later this year. So like
Oh, that
there's
sounds fun.
stuff going on.
There.
But
I just
it's
need to.
not gonna be Sock Madness.
I need to display it.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna check out some comments. Oh, Lynn says they're fabulous. Thank you. I have
They're
to
very
say,
good
I
socks.
agree. I am like, I don't know if it's my colors. I don't know. I just love them.
They're very cheerful and bright, which is
Oh, Lynn,
perfect.
yeah, I know. I love them. And I think that's part of it was my colors.
Yeah.
Lynn says it's the Olympics of sock knitting, only the brave and best. Well, I don't know about that. It could be the crazy and the delusional. That might be. Okay, Nikki says I want into them too, but I'll do them someday. At the moment, I'm looking, oh, at the Riptides over so that I'll probably, oh, it'll be my next cast on.
Hey, don't
No,
get me
kind of,
wrong. Andrea
oh,
Mallory is
Riptide
doing
Flip.
a year-long knit along for her traveler collection.
Oh,
The idea is you can, if you want to, spend and then knit your spinning into the
yes.
traveler, which me and Diana happily fell down that rabbit hole and started talking about babies. But it's a whole year long, so I wouldn't be casting on for a little bit anyway. Because I'm just gonna knit something. Like you don't
Okay.
have to go and spin it and then knit it. You can choose
Oh,
to just knit it.
so you can do one project and get it done now, or you can do a project and get it done in December. It
Yeah,
doesn't long, okay, gotcha,
yeah.
gotcha.
But you can, and the reason it takes the whole year has been given is so that if you choose to spin it and then knit it, you've got the time to do that. And I do
Yeah.
love her find your fade shawl. So like maybe if I get
Oh,
my second find my fade shawl done, maybe I treat
yeah,
myself and I buy that traveler shawl, like the big
yeah,
traveler shawl, and maybe I
yeah.
do that.
You,
So,
yeah, you got
but
lots of,
that's my kind of no lock. That's my kind of cow. The super, you know what? Make it what you need to make it to work for you.
yeah, yeah, yep.
Here's some super inclusive boundaries, and let's do
Hi,
it.
Pravina. See, Karen also, yes, Karen, you're absolutely right. So she said, now that I'm through to the next round, could you not pull the toe out and do extra rows?
Yep,
I could. I could. I could.
that's all
I
she
could.
really needs to do.
I know. I could do that. I might. I mean, anything's possible. I might.
She's not going to.
I, I was also going to pull the bottom of this sweater out and redo
Mhm,
it. I have not
mhm,
done that either. I just keep wearing it.
mhm.
So I'm guessing maybe I'm not changing the bottom of this sweater.
If she says I might and maybe, the answer is no.
Isn't
It's,
it?
it's no. I have
It's
an
possible.
ex-partner, he does the same thing. He goes, well, maybe. And I'm like, okay, just say no. It's fine. I will not be offended if you don't like the idea.
But see, and I know some people did do that with their socks and they posted in the finished thread. They posted the socks. Like some people changed the toe on them because this is a spiral. Is that a
So,
spiral
yes.
toe or a
Yeah.
star toe? And some people, after they got approved, they pulled it out and just did the normal wedge toe,
Yeah.
which I'm like, I don't know. That I'm fine with it being a spiral toe. That's not going to bother me at all. But, yeah, you have
Well,
that option. Yeah, once you're through, you can do whatever you want with them.
yep. It's true. Shall we talk some check-in? Shall we do what we're actually here for tonight?
Sure, we can. We've only
Sure.
chatted for half an hour
An
about something
hour.
like this.
Which I knew was gonna happen the
But
moment
let
I
me,
realized the 2 week qualifying round was gonna end today. I was like, oh no. I mean, yeah, I get to show Louise my secret I'm keeping, but also, oh no.
well, I'm glad. Well, see, and I even put, when I did the Instagram post today, I put socks, a picture of socks in the
Nice.
post, just because that was my little pre-warning
Oh
that
yeah.
Dark
Yeah.
Madness chat was going to happen.
Which is super fair. It's the time of year.
It
I
is.
also know I have 3 projects for people to vote on. so they can decide what I'm working on this month. They're
Okay.
probably excited to know what those are.
Well, I am, but I have to say, I still can't get over that
You can't. Yeah,
you
I tried.
started the Sock Madness socks.
I gave it a shot, so that way when I said it's not for me, I can be like, no, really, I tried it. It's not for me.
But
It's
I would
not.
almost argue, though, that maybe you went
Well, I
and
know you're
got,
gonna argue with me about it. I understood when I signed up. Karen was like, you know. I'm like, yeah, I know. She's never
I,
going to let it go. I am
but
aware.
I am thinking that you might have went in with the wrong mindset.
I went in with the mindset of it'll be a lovely surprise, and whatever I get done, I get done.
Okay. Well, you
I
had a
had
time.
no intentions of, even if I finished the socks, of entering them as a cheerleader or anything. I was not going to post in for qualifying because I'm not into the competition part of it. It was just a surprise to see what I could do and see your face. That was it. That's
That's
the whole purpose.
you totally surprised me.
I do
I
it to
did
Diana all the
not.
time. She
I
can
did.
tell you. I think one week I just randomly pulled out a blanket. I was just super focused. I had the week off, so I crocheted a whole blanket from start to finish. And I was like, so I have an FO. And she thought it was like one of the projects I've been working on. I'm like, a whole blanket. And she's like, excuse me, what now? So like I do that. It is a thing that I have been known for many years now. Now sometimes she'll be like, "You haven't finished anything in 3 weeks. What have you been working on in the background? Are you just gonna whoosh a whole new wardrobe on me?"
Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's just see. Let's catch up here in the chat.
Absolutely.
Um, oh hey Sherry, those look really good, Louise. I'm so proud of you for getting them done. Thank you.
Yes.
Sherry, did you try them this year? So I know Jen did, and Nikki and Carol. Carol's in here.
Yeah.
Carol, I saw hers because she popped in Thursday and she showed me her Sock Madness
Oh,
socks.
lovely.
They are gorgeous. She got them done, but she did alter the heel on hers so that they would fit. So she opted to go cheerleading route with hers.
Yeah.
So she still gets to be in on the fun, which is exciting.
See, you say fun. I could just I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
I am so excited. And I don't know when I want the next pattern to be to drop because I have a busy weekend
Okay.
and then I have to go to work.
Yes.
And I'm like,
Like most of us.
what is going to be the best day that it's because Scarlett is having her first birthday party on Sunday.
Okay.
So I will have some time Sunday evening. So I don't know. I don't know how quick. I can't even begin to imagine the amount of work the moderators do for Sock Madness.
Oh my God. It has to be obscene. It has to be
Like
obscene amounts of work.
answering questions because like seriously, you guys, when that pattern came out 2 weeks ago on a Friday night, over Friday, like Saturday and Sunday, like you would overnight, you would open up the chat and there would be 800 to 1,000 messages from when you had looked at it the last time. And it's like crazy. So there's no way I could keep up with all of those comments. And but yeah, so they're in there answering questions. They don't like you can't show pictures of your sock and say, hey, is this right or not? But you can do that and have other participants give you their advice. But they're in there asking, like answering technical questions about the pattern and if people understand it correctly or and things like that. So it is a lot of work. It's a lot, and then now they have to put everybody onto teams. So yeah. Anyways, I don't know. I think it is the most funnest thing that you can do in March.
I think the most funnest thing you can do in March is celebrate my birthday.
You know
That's
what? Well,
fun.
that's the other thing is that our family has tons of birthdays in March as well.
Yeah,
And my dad, my niece, my granddaughter
good.
is like, I'm like, okay, this might not just work in with my sock knitting plans here.
We have double family birthday, well, triple family birthday in February.
Oh
My
yeah.
niece's partner, my sister, and my dad. I'm all by myself in March. I'm quite happy being all by myself in March. It's fine.
Yeah.
My brother-in-law and my mom are summer babies, so they are later in the year. And my brother-in-law does not like celebrating his birthday, so it is a very low-key, we don't
Oh,
mention it sort of thing. He doesn't like doing it, so we respect that decision.
okay. Well,
Yeah,
that's fair.
yeah. He is perfectly fine celebrating the snot out of my birthday because he knows it makes me happy.
Well, then, yep.
It's all
He
about
knows what
respecting
you
what the
like,
person
you do what
wants.
he likes. That's right. Okay, so look, Lynn, did I see something in here that Lynn went yarn shopping? Let me back up here.
I love
Suzanne
some
is in
yarn.
here. Let's see what's um oh, Susanna's going to amigurumi cat class tomorrow
Oh,
at
lovely.
Ethan Art. That sounds super fun, Susanna.
Amigurumi is enjoyable. I like the little things that you can make with it. It's so cute.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Oh, Lynn is talking to Nikki, and she said that Lynn got wool yesterday for the Riptide slip over. So you girls are going to be
Okay.
knitting the same pattern then. That's fun.
Lovely.
Yes. Nice. Oh, hey, Jude. Uh, Jude, I'm so glad you're here. It sounds like you need to just sit and relax. Uh, the brave, best, and crazy. Sure, we'll go with that. Let's see here. Oh, it's a calico cat. Is that what she said? Oh, Sherry said no. She didn't try. Yeah, she said she didn't try sock madness. She's enjoying cheering on stress free. Well, Sherry,
It's
you've
true.
been busy knitting sweaters, so you've been busy with other things.
It's true. She has been.
Yeah. Um. Oh yes, Lynn. So you probably I'm back. I'm slow in the comments, but yes, I did get moved on into round one. So that's good because last year I did not. And the first year I did, but I didn't make it through round one. So we'll see. I'm not holding my breath. We'll see what the pattern is. We'll see. Yeah, we'll just see.
All
And
right,
don't
my dear. I'm done being subtle. Show me what we're voting on for you. We have got to leave Sock Madness behind. I am bored. Let's talk about something else.
hurt. Impossible. Okay, I pulled up two projects.
Good. Good, good. We're voting. Ooh, what are we voting between? Let's get to the good stuff.
I feel like I need to have a podcast night for Sock Madness only. I'll probably have like two people. Everybody else is probably at home right now saying, "Thank
Potentially.
God, Jocelyn, you got her to change her topic."
I love it, but we've been on it solid for 30 plus minutes. We're moving on.
I don't see a problem with that.
I'm
Okay,
fine. We're walking. It's like a television show. Gotta keep it snappy. I love you, but I want to know what we're voting on. Come on now.
okay, cue
Work
the
with me here.
music. All
Cue
right,
the music. Outro time.
remember my Christmas sweater?
I okay, yes, I do. I
That was
do.
our November sweaters, right?
It
Remember
was the
our
November
November
sweaters.
sweaters that we
Yep.
all ended up with vests? Well, I've got a little start of a sleeve.
Ooh. Ooh. Do you want to? Yeah,
Love
okay,
this.
so we've got the potential to vote for that so you can finish up those sleeves.
Yep, so I can finish sleeves.
Ooh. Okay, 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 okay.
Or
Uh-oh. I mean, I do love options.
I have a sock. Of which, according to
Oh,
Jocelyn, I am not to
oh,
talk at all about now. So
oh my gosh.
all
Well, I
I
think
want
we all know I'm voting sweater.
to tell you, all I want to do now is knit socks.
Which is super fair. I don't blame you. I also for the love of Pete. Let's let's put some variety in your life because you're gonna have more socks to cast on in like a
I
couple of
know,
days
but
at
now
the
I'm just,
most.
I don't know. All of these part socks that I have cast on,
Calling
I
your name.
it was just I needed sock madness to ignite the joy of sock knitting, and now I'll be able to like finish them all and recoup all these needles, and it'll
God.
be wonderful. Okay, Lynn's agreeing with me. Lynn and only Lynn. So I guess like everybody else is voting Jocelyn. Lynn says, I'm not bored with Sock Madness. Ignore Jocelyn.
Ignore Jocelyn.
I have one person on my side. Oh, okay.
Everything in moderation, people. Your
Oh,
coffee, your booze, your chocolate, your sock madness. Everything in moderation.
all right. Okay, so people, are you guys voting? So I've got I have and I would be happy with either one because I love the sweater. And I
I
need
just
to
love the idea that we're coming into spring, which is like toss on a sweater and go out the door weather. So my brain's like, yeah, but you're so close to spring.
that I could just and this is lightweight
And
and
if
see,
you, and you finish the sleeves and it's a wearable.
and I need something because
Yeah.
I've been you guys, I've been wearing this. I have to take well now let's talk now that see
Uh-oh.
I stopped myself. I stopped myself. Um
Uh-oh.
I I need to take a couple minutes because I've been wearing this out in public.
Oh, jeez.
So I should probably actually sew in the ends. I just keep casually tucking them
Come
in.
back in.
So I should probably sew the ends in. And tonight I feel like I have, now that my other project is complete,
Mm-hmm.
I feel
You
like
can
I'm
say it,
like,
just don't go down the rabbit hole.
I know, but if I say it,
You're going
that'll,
down the rabbit
I
hole?
know, I can't say it. So now that I don't have any time to knitting, I feel like I'm like, I could knit everything and anything in the next day
Yeah.
or so, right?
You definitely have that feeling after working through a time today.
Yeah,
Afterwards, you're just like, oh, I can do everything.
I know, right?
That I do agree with. That is absolutely a feeling you get.
Oh, I see Cheryl's in here. So you guys, I don't know. What are the odds that I'm talked out?
Not even remotely close.
So we get to repeat this all
Cheryl, I'm
again.
so sorry.
We get to repeat this all again tomorrow morning on the Fiber Friends channel because
I tried to get some of it out of her system. I gave it my I gave it an A chance. I,
you did your, I know.
I did my best. Uh,
Oh my
oh
goodness.
gosh.
Okay. Oh, see? Okay, but so you said spring and I should do the sweater because then I could just have it, I could pull it on,
Yeah.
you know, and
And
just a cool day, I could pull it
yeah,
on. But I'm pretty sure I saw somebody saying the same reasoning, but with the other project.
with socks? Okay,
Yeah.
listen, socks are pretty much 3/4 of a year sort of situation. They are an everyday staple. You can always justify a pair of socks. You cannot always justify a sweater. It's July, socks don't sit in your lap. Absolutely, do a pair of socks. It's December, absolutely, it's winter. You need socks. Cast on a pair of socks. I am not worried about the sock window opportunities here. They are vast, numerous, and more than I can
Oh,
count with all of my
all
fingers
right.
and toes.
All
But
right.
sweaters, people are very particular about when you should and should not be working on a sweater. And I don't know why.
I could
Because
almost.
if you start a sweater in July and it's fingering weight, it still might not be in your lap by September, so it's still okay.
All right. Oh, okay, okay. Okay, I should keep track of this. All right, hold on. Let me try to figure this out here.
Okay, I suppose people are voting and amongst our
Yeah.
conversations. That's not
Okay.
helping any.
Sherry says socks. Knit the socks is going to be too hot for sweaters now. Anyway, knit
It's
all.
March, guys. It's not that late into the year yet.
She's just thinking I'm not going to have it done in a month.
That
So,
is fair. I have faith every time we do this that you will show up with a finish at the end of the month. I live in this fantasy world. I'm happy to live in this fantasy world. My brain goes, yeah, you can do 2 sleeves. Not a problem. You did a whole sweater in 2 weeks. You can do 2 sleeves in a month. I believe in you. I know you can do it.
I can. But you know, I might get distracted by.
Sock madness? Absolutely. You get distracted for many things.
No. Okay, one for socks.
One for
Um,
socks. I'm for
um,
sweaters, so one for
sock,
sweaters.
a sweater. Nikki liked the sock madness sock too. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, Sandy. Oh, this is sweater, right? Sandy votes sweater.
I also know you have a lot of
Cheryl,
sweaters on the go, and you're going to want to have different sweaters on in the fall.
Well, okay, yes. When you
And
say
socks,
sock,
socks
when you say
travel.
sweater,
Socks can go to the cabin. Socks can go to the beach. So like, there's a lot of places you can take the socks.
Kim says sweater. Sally says sock. She says keep the momentum going. That's
I'm not
true.
worried about that. I'm not worried about that part. You're gonna have a pattern before the end of the weekend. You'll be fine.
I'm with Joss. Oh, Sam. She's a party pooper. She said, I'm with Jocelyn. No more sock minus talk.
It's all about
Oh,
balance because
there's another candidate I could rope into sock madness.
if you
Another
talk about one thing too much, no matter what the thing is, people are gonna check out of the conversation, no matter if they like you or not, because not everybody's into it.
fair enough.
It's the same way when I talk to my dad. He talks to me too much about carpentry.
Again,
There's only so much I can pay attention to, and then I get kind of bored and I check out of the conversation. Doesn't mean I don't like talking to my dad. It just means I'm done talking about the width of 2x4s and the placements of them from time to time, and I need a change of conversation.
you guys, it's sweater. There's 3 more votes for sweaters.
I just I
Limited
know that you want to
stock.
get you wanted to do sweaters this year. You wanted to have more
I
sweaters
do.
for your
I
collection. You
do.
wanted to have finishes. And I know we'll be working and talking about socks all year. Socks are absolutely gonna pop back up.
Oh,
What
and Louise voted sweater too. All right. Well,
nothing wrong with the socks. Equally as good to get those
we
needles
went.
free. But I love the idea of you having some spring sweaters or some sweaters that are prepped and ready for fall. So like when fall starts, you start going, oh man, I should work on some sweaters. You have a new sweater to wear.
Well, it's sweater. So 2 sleeves.
Two sleeves.
2 sleeves. I can do that. And then I
Yeah,
can have a sweater done.
have a sweater. Whether or not you weave your ends in is entirely up to you.
I can't count and listen. I know. I'm trying to count. I know. I was trying to count. Anyways, Nikki said, I voted sweater. Don't know if you caught that. Yes, I think Nikki, I caught yours in there. Anyways, it's sweater one. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure I had more sweaters.
Yes.
Um, oh, hey, Paula.
Don't get
Oh
me
my
wrong.
God.
If you'd
All
pull out
right.
a pair of Christmas socks, I probably would have voted for the Christmas socks because heavens knows someone's waiting on them. So I know you and Christmas socks. If you have a
I,
pair of the
I
needles,
I could have found Christmas socks, and that would not have taken me very
but
much.
that's okay. You found a sweater instead. I'll take it.
I have a sweater. I'm good with a sweater.
Which works really well because I pulled 3 sweaters for people to vote between. So
So it's going to be a sweater month again for it.
it's going to be a sweater month again for us. Mostly because
That's
I
exciting.
would like finished sweaters to put into my wardrobe.
I want finished everythings.
Yes. Finished everything's.
Yes.
Okay, so Asa pre-voted.
I that tells me she really wanted her vote in here. So she must have been really,
I was like, well, what
really
about
wanting something here.
I was chatting with her. I was like, well, I should probably do this and one of these. And she's like, you need to put this one in. Did I vote for this one? I went, okay. I don't disagree with
Oh,
you.
so she had you she picked one of your
Yeah, yeah. I
three.
don't disagree. She's right. I should
Yeah,
work on it and get it done. She
that's
wanted to
awesome.
vote for it. And I suspect there might be many other votes for it as well, too.
All
It's my
right.
second Woodwose.
Oh, this is the one.
Remember this one?
Ooh, look at I love that color.
Yeah. So it's at the start. I'm just at the point where I'm just about done my increases and stuff. So like
Yeah.
I've got so many stitches you have absolutely no business having on the needles at any given time. This would be a progress because it's a fingering weight sweater and it takes a
Okay.
while to knit a
All right.
fingering weight sweater to the number of inches I require under the armpits.
Are you going to say how much progress?
Nah. Yeah, I mean, probably realistically, I'd be well into the body. I don't know if I'd be finished the body, but I'd be well into the body. Because
Okay.
again,
Okay.
it's like 20 some odd plus inches, right?
Mm,
For me for a wood woes, and I would measure it
right.
against my red one that I do have because I've already finished the pattern ones, and I ended up lengthening that one. So like I would match the length to that because I know that's the length I like in that sweater.
Okay.
So option one is wood woes number 2.
Oh, Jude says the green is so
It's
pretty.
so pretty. It's
I
so pretty.
I did
It's some of Erin's yarn from Fireweed Fiber Co. It's her Borg colorway. Though it really does remind me of
have
Northern Lights and stuff. Like it's just so pretty.
yeah.
So pretty. I'm using my sewing table, which is right here.
Sam, did you have a comment? I saw one about, yes, I talked about your hat Thursday, and but then I think you deleted a couple comments, so I'm not sure if I saw those before you deleted them or not. So
I have theory things going on in the correct order. I've got my mallow, which
so we
is meant to be a spring sweater,
so
spring
we got
summer sweater,
so we got
because
really
I'm
pretty fingering weight wood rose.
fingering weight wood rose. This is a DK, and this is my mallow cardigan. Again, this is a second version. I already have one, and I wear it all the time.
Hey, that's lace.
But this is lace.
That's lace. Fiber Friends Challenge started today, and it's
That is
lace knitting.
lace. So that had to go in the list because it's lace knitting this month. And I
Okay.
have my two front panels done. So once the back panel is done, it's a put it together because the sleeves are done in the round. And I was just going to do elbow length sleeves on this one because I want to wear it in the
Yeah.
summer. And its button band is a garter. It's a garter non-button button band. So
Okay.
a
Okay.
garter. A garter neckband. That does not take a long time to do. So there's that.
So we've got the green one, we've got white lace, well,
Yep.
green one lace, and what's the third? I already, well, I think I know which one I'm voting for already. What's the third one? Is it going to change my mind?
It's the 2 week sweater that I started.
Ooh, okay, okay. Now that's interesting because that would be good to get that one finished.
This would be good to get this one finished. And I just have 2 sleeves left. I'm working on my first sleeve now. Now, again, I know I'm gonna lengthen this because I've put it on and I got tunic vibes coming from it.
Yeah.
But lengthening a DK weight sweater does not take. I will spend more time picking up stitches than I will knitting and adding a new thing of yarn.
Okay, yeah.
Because that is how long it takes me to pick up stitches. So there is that, but I would want to get the sleeves done for
Okay.
sure. So we
Uh,
do have some options. They're all knitting this month, but we do have some options.
that might actually,
But they're most like other than the wood rose, and the wood rose is the farthest away from completion, but it's also got the most wear time to it because it's the fingering weight version. So like the other two sweaters are DK. So there is that.
DK fingering, 2 sleeves, lace, progress. So that you can have a finish versus progress. Well, the lace one,
Potentially.
what did you say? Finish on the lace one or just progress on the back?
Probably a finish for either the lace. The lace would be a finish. The 2 week sweater would be the sleeves because I can't guarantee that I can get the 2 sleeves plus pick up stitches and knit the body down. Because I need to add a significant amount of length to the body. Because like I mean, I'm getting
Okay.
tunic vibes. Like I'm not adding an inch and a half. I'm adding like 3 or 4 inches. Like I'm getting
Okay.
tunic
Oh, so that
vibes.
would still be just, it wouldn't be a
It
finish.
still
Okay,
needs,
got
yeah,
it.
yeah. The fit's great, but I want that tunic cover the butt.
Yeah.
Wear with capris in the summer or have it sort of French tucked to the front with skirts and stuff in the fall. Like I want a tunic length
Okay. Well,
garment. So like I'm
yeah.
adding a significant amount of length to the bottom of the sweater, but that's just because that's the vibe I'm getting now that I have it on and I see how the fit is for me. But the
All right.
mallow could be a finish. The wood rose could be significant progress because once you get to roundy, like you can sneak that in everywhere.
Okay, I think I'm changing my vote.
Okay. That gives everybody parameters.
I was going to go lace because it's lace
Because it
month.
is lace month.
It is lace month.
It
So I
is
thought,
lace
well,
month.
that's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
But I think, and Cheryl here says the same thing,
Mm.
you should do the 2 sleeves on your sweater. Then we both, we both have 2 sleeves.
Yeah. Oh, that's fair. Hey.
Yeah,
Oh, I like that.
that, that
I hadn't
I
even
can
thought
do.
about that.
Oh, okay. But now let's see. What's everybody else thinking? Let's see. Nikki says the 2 week sweater.
Okay. So that's 2 votes for the 2 week sweater.
Yep. Paula says the 2 week sweater.
Okay. 3,
Cheryl said the 2 week sweater.
4.
Jude, the 2 week sweater would be good to get done.
Oh, we're at
So,
5.
oh, Sally says lace.
Ooh, go Sally with the mallow.
Elena says mallow.
Ooh, 2 for mallow.
2 for mallow, but so far 2 week sweater
Yeah.
is still in the lead.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
anybody else have any thoughts?
Poor Asa, she's out there by herself with the woodwose.
Oh, Karen says a 2-week sweater. I think
That's
that's
6, 2, and 1.
Cindy is saying the 2-week sweater.
That's 7.
Sam said something about your hats. Oh, yes. Well, I was talking to Sam about her. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a sec, Sam. Louise says the 2-week sweater. Debbie says the 2-week sweater.
Okay, 2 week sweater it is. Okay. It's almost double digits. I think we can call it.
I think we can. Susanna said that I should do. Yes. Oh, yes, Susanna. I saw that. Yes, Susanna said that I should do both the socks and the sweater. Well,
One of these
how about
months,
I,
guys. One
how
of
about
these
I
months, she is just gonna blow me out of the water and she's just gonna show up and it's gonna be amazing.
it could be this
It
month.
could
It
be
could
this
be.
month.
It could
I
just
mean,
be.
I say the same thing to Diane every time. I'm like, just show me up, just show up with a finish. Like, just give me the opportunity to blue screen of death at you instead of it always being me causing you to do the blue screen of what?
Okay,
I believe in you.
someday,
I believe in you.
someday it will happen. Sam votes the 2-week sweater.
I
June.
think
Oh, June says the green would be so pretty, but I want to see a lot more of that green, so don't want it to be secret knitting.
that's fair.
Oh, there you go. That's
That's
a
fair.
very smart way to do the voting.
It is a very
Love
good way to
that.
do it. And to be fair, these are the top three I want to finish, so they need to get done because I have a wardrobe to rebuild.
Well,
And
see,
I
and
need to
now
get crack-a-lacking on it.
Sherry is using some of your logic here. She's
Okay,
saying you should knit the wood woes because the DK sweater will be too heavy for you
she's not
in
wrong.
non-wintry weather.
She's not wrong. I have to give up any pullover sweaters and anything heavier than a fingering weight by the end of March or April, depending on
Yeah.
how fast it warms up. Because you have to understand, once we're above 15 degrees Celsius, I cannot wear knits. I'm too
Wow.
hot. Because at 23 degrees to 25 degrees Celsius, I stop eating because my body's overheating. So, like, summers are a very difficult time of year for me. I'm
Mhm.
constantly sick and I'm constantly malnourished because they cannot keep me in nutrients. And
Mm.
it's just because my body does not handle the heat at all. It never has. It's
Well,
really
then
bad.
maybe wood woes is on the shelf now till like November. That may be a fall project for you.
Possible. So it's I will pick up and work on things, but I know the windows of opportunity for me in wearing, and I can get away with the fingering weight sweaters for a lot longer. But
Yep.
it very quickly becomes one of those. When we hit 2 degrees Celsius, I'm wearing the bulky cardigans as coats
Mm.
because I need the airflow.
Well,
I've always run that warm. It's fine. It's not a problem. A lot of my friends who are girls love it because they can warm themselves up very easily and they don't have to worry about invading a guy's personal space. They can invade mine, and it's fine. I like the cold fingers on the back of the neck because I am always overly warm
well, then the 2-week sweater is a good one to try and get a
to
push
get it
on
done. Yeah, because
done now because
the window's closing pretty quick as to how I could wear it.
so
Yeah.
chances are you could still
And again,
wear
it depends on
that
how
this spring.
fast it warms up. Like last year in May, we were in 30-degree heat, like
Yeah.
right off
Well,
the hop.
let's
So
let's hope we don't have. So I think you should. Yeah, Cheryl just says knit faster so you get the DK sweater done, and then you can wear it
Mhm. Oh yeah,
and
knitting
March beginning
faster,
of
more
April.
hours. That would be great. Some more hours, more knitting time. I'd love some more knitting time. I could figure out how to do that. That'd be great.
I know. You figure it out, let us all know because
I
we're
know,
all
right?
in that same boat, right?
I'm pretty much from the moment I'm done work till I go to bed, I'm either knitting, I'm crocheting, or I'm feeding myself. Like
Those are not bad. Those
constant
are not
crafting motion.
bad. Okay, so we've got our projects.
We do, which
I'm
is good.
excited. All right, so we both have sleeves. We can do this.
Yeah, it's not an unreasonable
Two
goal.
sleeves.
It's not
Two
an
sleeves.
unreasonable goal.
We should be coming back here in a month. Oh,
Yes.
you guys,
Uh-oh.
I have to say, yeah, while I'm thinking about this, No, Jocelyn, I haven't even told you, Jocelyn, because I kind of forgot about it because
That's fine.
in my excitement the last couple of days, I forgot to message you. So I will
Okay,
just tell you now, you
sure.
guys, we can't podcast in 2 weeks because I'm going to be gone away.
That's
So,
fine. We can bump it earlier or we can bump it later. That's fine.
okay, yes, because that
Yeah,
Friday I'm gone. So yeah, so
no problem.
we could, okay, let's chat. We can figure that out.
Yeah, no,
But,
I'm not worried about it. We
but
can we can pick an alternate date. That's fine.
okay,
My schedule's fairly flexible.
is
It's
it
not it's
okay?
not generally a big problem for me to shift things around.
Okay. So, yeah, so
Is it
anyways,
weird
yeah.
you're like, can we go to
No,
Friday? Yeah, no, that's fine. It's no problem.
and then yeah, here I am. Oops, sorry.
I I mean,
But
it's
it will
gonna happen.
happen.
And at some point there'll be a Friday, and like if the Friday we're gonna do the check-in or the 2 week is like when the Manitoba Fiber Festival's happening, I'll be like, yeah, no, we need to bump.
Exactly. Yeah, things are
It's
gonna happen.
life.
So yeah,
No, no,
so
no.
we can see if we can find a different date.
Yeah,
Um, but anyway, where was it now? I got distracted. And oh yes, so sweat sleeves. We
we
can
have sleeves.
we can do
Hmm.
sleeves. So in a month, so beginning of April, first Friday in April, we should both have finished sweaters. Well, yours is not gonna be. Um,
Mine will be finished,
if
finished,
you
but I
want to
should have
add, if you
sleeves
want to add
done.
the list.
I want to add like,
Unless
yeah,
unless Cheryl's speedy knitting mojo,
just seeps over this way. I mean,
yes,
I'll take it happily.
and you maybe will just whip through those sleeves, and
I
then
mean, the stars have to align in a very specific manner for that to be achievable, I think, but I'll happily take it
I
if it occurs.
I think it can happen. I think it can happen.
Guys, I've got a lot on my plate. Don't know if you know this.
You can fit in an extra couple of inches on a sweater.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's not an
There you
unreasonable
go.
goal. It's a stretch goal, but it's not unreasonable.
Possible.
Yeah,
We'll see. We'll see. But anyway, getting two sleeves done is
that for sure
fantastic.
I know is doable in a month.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
we'll see. Now that we're all gung ho, yes, we can get two sleeves done. We all know what's gonna happen.
You're gonna pull out a finished sweater and a pair of socks. You're gonna
That's what
show
I'm
me
hoping.
both next month.
That's what I'm let's see. Let's see if that can happen.
It's a full month,
I
but
should
we
have
could
another,
do it.
yeah, I know. That's good. So what does everybody else want to plan? Do you guys have a goal for this month?
I do like goals.
And then we can, yeah,
Remember, guys, I'm literally casting on every day next week to celebrate my 41st birthday. Just because I
fantastic.
can.
I know, absolutely. Cast on, the more, the better.
And some
And
of them are crochet, and one of them is for bonus content, but that's not the point. The point is,
well, birthday cast-ons are like that is so fun.
yes. And one of them's small.
You don't do
I'm
anything
so bad
small.
for picking small projects.
What is the small one?
I bought the cottage hair accessory pattern from Wool and Pine,
Okay.
and it is a bunch of ties and scrunchies and hair scarves and stuff, and I'm rocking almost waist length hair at this point,
Yeah.
so it goes up, and I have to do stuff with it because right now I have enough hair to do stuff with, so I would like to do stuff and put fancy ribbons and stuff in it, and I want to knit those little ribbon pieces and stuff, so.
Oh, that's the
Yeah.
perfect
To
thing.
go around the big buns in the summer and bow
Nice.
ties for the back of the hair and yeah. So I was and scrunchies. Oh, I love scrunchies. So it's like, no, it's got
Yeah.
eight different hair accessory patterns. Absolutely, I bought it. And
Neat.
I'm gonna make some hair
Wow.
accessories.
Well, that's perfect because I mean that goes into your handmade wardrobe.
And it also
Your
uses up
handmade wardrobe.
scraps. Like I crocheted a kerchief for my head, like those
Oh,
triangle shaped kerchiefs years ago. I pull it out all the time when I'm doing DIY stuff, and I just yeah. So it absolutely suits its purpose great. So I'm like, no, I need scrunchies, I need hair ties, I need
absolutely.
that fun fabric strip that you can braid into your hair because I certainly have enough hair to do that with now. So
Well,
things I want to do.
great idea. Now, you guys, I just have to say that I saw, I was out shopping this afternoon, right?
Yeah.
And I was looking for specific magazines. So I was scanning, I stopped at Chapters, Indigo, and was looking at magazines, and I was like, okay, I'm looking for one. And there were, so of course I stopped and I looked at the knitting and the crochet ones, right? And so
Absolutely.
a crochet one, I like did a double take. And I don't remember which crochet magazine it was. I think it was like one of their special ones. I think it was something like Crochet for Beginners or something. It's right. And it
Sure.
has a picture of hands holding a crochet hook, crocheting. And then I did a double take, and I'm like, I picked up the magazine. I'm like, I have to look at this. She was wearing a sweater, a knitted sweater
That's fine. You can wear knitted sweaters and a crochet thing.
on a crochet, but I'm like, should that not have been a crocheted? I
No,
mean,
it
if
could be
anybody's
knitted.
looking at that, and I'm like, shouldn't that be crochet? Because like if you're looking at that and you're thinking, oh, I love that sweater. I mean, mind you, it was you could just see the ribbing and a little bit of the pattern. And maybe, I don't know, could it have been a
No, not
sweater?
when like it would have had a huge print across the front of it that says beginner crochet.
And
Only you would focus on the inch and a half of ribbing and sweater pattern you see and go, oh, but there's a knit there in that back corner over there
that
to
is
the
a knit.
left when you pull out a magnifying glass. Like that's what I
I,
wanna, that's what I want.
I'm like, I'm thinking who, I don't know. I'm thinking that was a
But I
little
mean,
error in whoever was doing.
conversely, I would like to see more people have knitting patterns that also just happen to be wearing a crochet item.
I don't know. I think they have to
Oh,
match. I think what you're
maybe.
wearing in the pattern needs to match.
So long as the pattern, the primary point of the pattern is no, you see it all the time in photos where you see this beautiful sweater picture and then you realize the pattern's for the scarf
Oh well, yeah, that's true.
all the time.
Um, I
All
don't
the
know.
time.
I
And
just
to be
thought that
fair,
that
I look at
was
some of the models that are male and I think, can I have the male? I mean, the sweater's fine, but it's the boy I want. So like there's false advertising everywhere.
true. But yeah, anyways, I just thought that was somebody.
Because most of us would focus on the bulk of the photo, which would be the lady's hands,
Yeah, and I don't
not
know
the
why.
sweater in the corner.
I don't know why that caught my attention, but I'm just like, wait, that's like knitting. Anyways, anyways.
It's fine.
Oh, oh, Sam. Okay, yeah, I don't think I can look at those, but Sam and I. Oh yes, Sam is in her hat, so she could finish another hat. I have a picture to post
Yeah.
in the Fiber Friends. I'll have to do that. Um, but yeah, Sam's gonna try Magic Loop on her next hat.
Ooh, lovely. I love Magic Loop. I
Yeah.
am, in fact, Magic Looping a hat now.
Oh, you are. You are. So there you go, Sam. Um, Sally said it was likely, oh, a commercial knit sweater. Yeah, probably. But anyways, that was my see that you guys were talking like asymmetrical stuff doesn't bother me, but the fact that it's a crochet magazine with knitting on the cover.
And it wasn't knitting on the cover. You make it sound like 2/3 of this thing was knitting.
I know, but it's
It
still
was
knitting
not.
on a crochet magazine. I don't know. Anyways, see that just bothers me.
Uh, or my brain's like, no, it's fine. What she's wearing is fine. What you're supposed to be focusing on is her hands and the crocheting she's doing.
Yeah, but
The rest of it's just aesthetics. Well,
yeah.
that's fine.
Okay, Susanna says, oh, she's got 10. So Sherry said she wants to focus on another sweater that she wants to finish. Susanna said,
Good.
10 inches, 27 centimeters that I need. What is this? I have 10 inches. And okay. She has 10 inches and she needs 14 inches. Okay.
Well, that's not too bad.
No?
It's only 4 inches left to go, so that's good.
Yeah.
This is
Paula?
my third time knitting this brim because I've had to rip the pattern design out a couple of times, but I think I've got my problem figured out this time.
Okay, so Paula I think is kind of agreeing with you, Jocelyn. She said, but if it's a beginner crochet and she hasn't learned to crochet a sweater.
She's not gonna know the difference.
That's
She's
right.
she's not.
Anyways, yeah. Anyways.
It's like me coming in and going, "Oh, this is your first fantasy book? What do you mean you don't want to read this epic 12 page or like this 12 book long 2000 plus page stories that are gonna take you like Audible says it's 32 hours to read it to you novel set." What do you mean as a beginner you don't want to do that? It's crazy
Yeah.
pants. Here's a brick stack. Well, here you go. I don't do that. I don't do that. I'd like to, but I don't. It's not what I recommend.
So Sam, I think maybe she's asking you, Jocelyn, since you've got a project on Magic Loop. She says,
Sure.
"Is Magic Loop hard to do?"
Nope. I
There
find it
you go.
easier than DPNs. The only trick is just to have a long enough cord so
Right.
that you've got space on either side. So as you can see, I've got loop on either side. And I've got a generous amount of loop on either side. So I'm not stressed with what I'm doing.
Longer's better. You don't want to lose your loop.
You don't want to lose your loop in Magic Loop. Otherwise, no, it's
But if you
it's
do, it's
not.
easy enough. The fix too.
It's not the end of the world. But
Yeah.
no. But I started Magic Looping pretty early on. So I'm quite comfortable with it, but I've been knitting Magic Loop for years now. Whereas DPNs I don't do as often, so I tend to find them a bit fiddly. Straight needles I find are too long because I'm
Yeah.
used to the shorter needles on the cord. Though I will use straight needles if I'm trying to do a vintage pattern or something because that just feels right. I should be using my
Yeah.
vintage knitting needles on a
Yeah.
vintage knitting pattern.
Right, yep.
But I do love a magic loop. I do love magic.
Oh, Sam, everybody, you're gonna like all these comments. Are you reading these? So Jocelyn thinks Magic Loop's easier than DPNs. And Sandy's saying the same thing too. Magic Loop is easier for me than DPNs. And Jude says no, but like everything else, it takes practice if you've never done it before. That's true. But it's not hard. Yeah, Sam was having a little trouble with the DPNs for decreasing the top of the hat, so I thought, well,
I
let's try
think the
Magic Loop.
monster is having a dream. She's making little kick sounds
Oh, is
against her
she?
cat tree. That's her cat tree right there. This beige shape right here,
Oh,
that's her
yeah, yeah,
cat
yeah.
tree. So she's just tucked in the top here sleeping.
Or was she just off screen?
Yeah.
Oh, Susanna, you think it'll take 4 hours to read it? Ebook or physical? Oh my gosh, you read fast. So, all right.
I mean, don't get me
Well,
wrong, I listen to things at like 1.75 speed, so like they're like, it takes 24 hours. Then I open up the
yeah,
book. It's gonna take you like 11. Like, right, because I don't listen at the same speed everybody else does.
I listen to everything at 1.5. And
Oh yeah.
if I'm in a rush, I'll bump it up to 1.7.
Yeah. I've well, because I use so much audio functions like my screen reader's faster, but that's because I hear him all the time. So I just bap through real quick for
Yeah,
things. I
yeah,
have the Listen app, which lets you turn your academic research papers and stuff
yeah.
into a Audible format, and it reads it to you. It's
Oh,
AI generated voices, but it's academic papers, right? Which
okay.
allows me to do a lot of research and stuff because I can get it in my ears.
Right, right, right.
But again, that I listen to at a fairly high speed at this point, and the speed just gets higher the longer I do it. Because I'm like, this is kind of slow. Just crank that up a little.
Oh, let's see. Oh, Nikki's a magic looper too. She says, I love magic loop. I use it for everything in the round.
Oh yeah. I mean, sometimes if in the round works out, then it's just in the round because I just happen to have the right chord length for what I'm doing. Sure, no problem. But otherwise, I magic loop.
Yeah, I magic loop. I do it, but it's not my favorite, but I do it when I have to, if that's the only needles I have.
That's fair.
Oh yeah, Sam says, yeah. Oh yeah, Sam, that's great. You like hat knitting, but I was getting more frustrated with DPNs. Well, there, we'll just switch to try
Try the
magic
magic
loop.
loop for a hat or two and see if that works better for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't know until you try. Magic
Yeah.
loop will be my first time. That's great. It's exciting to try something new, Sam.
Oh yeah. I love trying new things. I tried Sock Madness this year.
I know. Oh my, that just makes me so happy.
Now I don't have to do it again because I've tried it. Now I know no.
Now, if only my other podcast co-host would jump on the boat.
Cheryl, you stand strong. If you don't want to, she doesn't need to be bugging you about it. You don't have to.
I'm not bugging, I'm just highly encouraging. But we will have
Uh-huh.
that conversation tomorrow morning.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. You stand strong, Cheryl. You don't have to if you don't want to. And if I hadn't wanted to surprise Louise, I wouldn't have done it.
Well, that was a good surprise. I love it. I love it. Elena's, oh, so Elena's the opposite way. She says, I prefer DPNs. I use Magic Loop for some things, but it's too fiddly and I have to move the cord all the time. Elena, that's kind of what I think too. I yeah. I mean, it's fine. I can do it and I do, but it's not my first go-to. But Sherry says Magic Loop will probably be easier for you, Sam. Don't overthink it. It's just another way to knit stitches in the circle. You've got this. Exactly. Exactly.
Easy peasy.
Yeah. Yeah, Sam, for sure. We'll do it Thursday. Absolutely. You can give it a try.
Easy
Oh,
peasy.
easy peasy. That's right. Easy peasy. Wow. Oh my gosh.
We're finished.
We
We
are
got
done.
through all the things.
We did. We got our okay. I'm excited. Sweaters. Two
Sweaters.
sleeves. Two sleeves.
2 sleeves.
We can do this.
Well, I know I can't.
I
I've
should
seen you get distracted. I mean, I've seen myself get
I
distracted.
know. I should be able to.
It's gonna be a
Try.
problem for me this month, guys.
All right. Well, I will put my sweater somewhere where I can see it so I don't
Good
forget
plan.
about it.
Good plan.
And yeah, sweaters. Okay, I'm excited for this.
And yes, when we're done, let's pick an alternate date for the mid-month motivation
Yes.
that works for your schedule.
Okay. Yes, let's take a look and see what we can find for that.
Absolutely.
All right, you guys. Well, thanks so much for hanging out with us on this lovely Friday night.
Ta-da!
Yay. Don't thanks, Lynn. Yes, that's great. Okay, yes, I'll see what I have for a needle here, Sam. Karen said, oh, have a great day. Yes, you're heading to bed. Yes. Oh, yeah. Okay. Paula says, I don't like DP. Oh, I don't like DPN's Magic Loop is easy. Yeah, that's why there's multiple ways, right? So whatever,
Yes.
what works for somebody doesn't for the other. You just have options. So perfect. I can't wait for Sam to try Magic Loop and see.
Yeah, absolutely. Give it a fair trial and a shakedown run to see if you like it or not.
Yeah. All right.
One of my birthday gifts this year was bone conducting earphones. We're gonna give it a fair trial and a shakedown and see how I like them as
Yeah.
opposed to my regular earphones.
Yeah. There you
I
go.
won't know for a couple weeks because I've gotta wear them inside, wear them outside, wear them. They gotta go
Yeah.
places still. So we'll see how I like them. But that was something we wanted to try this year. So
Yeah. You never know.
always try new
Yeah.
things because you don't know.
That's right. All right. Well, Carol, have a great weekend. And yeah, so we will see you guys all. Well, some of you we will see tomorrow morning. Cheryl and I will be on the Fiber Friends. Are you guys doing anything this weekend?
No, this is our weekend off. It's because next weekend Diana's at a dancing competition at the end of the month. So the
Oh,
last Saturday of the month, she'll be doing West Coast swing dancing in Toronto. So we're going to do whip sprints next Saturday because she's obviously not going to be free to do whip sprints on the last Saturday of the month. She'll be getting ready to compete or will be competing when we would be doing that. So
okay.
we had to make some schedule adjustments for life.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. Well, we'll keep you updated when we're going to do the midnight
Yes,
check-in. We'll see what
absolutely.
night we can find that works for both of us, and then we'll let you know.
Absolutely.
So, okay, well, everybody have a fantastic weekend, and we will catch y'all in a couple weeks.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody. Happy weekend.
Later, Gators.
Hold on. Oh, there's the all the time. Okay.